Is going on, everybody? Hope you are doing well. So excited, choking on my own spit. Oh my goodness. Friday. What the heck? Well, we're doing this because I have a trip planned this weekend, so I will not be able to stream tomorrow. So we are doing one tonight. I also wasn't completely sure whether or not Sunday would be an option by the time we got back. Here we go. But yeah, we're not sure if we're going to be able to do anything Sunday night, so I figured, you know what, we'll get it done tonight. Still got some stuff to do, planning for the trip, packing, doing all that. Short trip, nothing too expensive, too extravagant, but fun with family. Speaking of family, Mrs. Rabbit is working tonight, so I'm on dog and cat detail, so expect them to make a little appearances here and there. And we're having a nice, calm, relaxing night here in Dune Awakening. So, hooray! Um, First and foremost, I need to talk about 2 weeks ago or last week. Man, I don't even know. Yeah, it was a week ago. We went out into the deep desert and we built ourselves a nice base, and we actually took our sand crawler and our carryall out, and we were harvesting sand like a real boy. Um, I originally had made the carryall and the sand crawler just to, you know, click a box for achievements. You have to make them in order to get one of the Steve achievements. And also, I wanted to just, make everything that I possibly could. Um, I never used the sand crawler. I used the carry-all once just to carry my buggy over to Hager Rift to get crystals, which was fun. But had to park it and leave it somewhere. It was concerning, but it was all right. And then we built a hangar on the very top of the base, and that's where we parked the carry-all. And the sand crawler actually built into a small section of wall that didn't have anything really in it, and just left it sit there. But then in a recent update that they made to Dune Awakening, they made it so the carryall could transport a vehicle through the world map. So when you go to the edge, it says you want to go to the world map, and then you can either go to Arakeen or Harko Village or the deep desert. Before, you could only do that in, a small vehicle. So I'd had to have disassembled it, carried it out there, built it back up, which was kind of a pain in the butt. And the other thing is, in a sand crawler with the carryall, you're relatively defenseless. Um, you could have a las gun type thing or rockets and deal with it that way, but to be honest, you're an easy target. Now, when I went out there, um, my plan was to just hit some medium spice blooms because they'll show up in the PvE area, try to get used to it, and get a feel for how it works, which I started doing. And then eventually, we did go out into the Badlands and risk everything to harvest spice at large fields. There is an achievement in the journey. Let me bring it up. Let me actually click on here. Did that change anything? No. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There you go. So I had to bring a spice crawler to a large spice field, which we did, and then I harvested spice with a sand crawler, which I did. Then it said to use a thumper to distract a worm away from the sand crawler, which I did not do. Wasn't too sure about that, and also by myself, I really didn't want to play around with it, so I don't care about that 200 XP. We're going to research this. We'll do that later. But honestly, we just went out to go get some spice. Now, I usually would harvest spice in Haga Basin and get about 575, 580, sometimes 585 from a field. And honestly, once you've got all the stuff you need, it was enough. I mean, some spice to prepare some things, but going into Haga Basin and getting it was good enough. But if you're really going to start outputting um, some heavy gear, and if you want to make some of those unique things and all that, you're going to need to get a little bit more. And that's why I went out there. Originally, I had gone out in my Scout with the concept of using the scanner to find buried treasures because I needed Opifire gems for a Landsraad thing. Anyway, and I came across a small, or the remains of a medium field, filled up the ornithopter and myself. And then as I was leaving, I saw another spice bloom, and I was like, "Oh, let me go grab my crawler just to see if it would work," and it did. So that's how we got to that point, and we went out there. So this is my melange storage box, and this is usually where it sits. At one point, I did have three, but yeah, 1,000, anywhere between 500, 1,500 melange is where I would usually sit, and I would use it for some repairs and for some other little silly things here and there and all that. But this was fine. So let's talk about the results. Now, I built a base solely around um, doing spice. So I couldn't do the plastanium. I didn't have a ore refinery. It was a large spice refinery, a bunch of boxes, a bunch of water tanks, power and wind traps, and then I did end up having some death stills because I needed it just to finish things off. But the end result is this. Now keep in mind, somewhere between 500 and 1,500 is the most I've ever had. And this is what we came back with. So there's 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4, and 5. So we now have 5,000 spice melange. For a guy who was 500 to 1,500, this is huge. And it was scary. I'm going to admit, it got the heart pumping a few times. But it was fun. I play this game honestly to relax more than anything else, and it'd been a while since we'd gotten oopty, but we did. So now let's go ahead and finally put this stuff into storage, and there we go. Will I go out again? Absolutely. Do I need to? I don't know. I guess I could sell this if I ever, needed the money, the Solaris, or keep it here. This allows me to upgrade some equipment. I still was running around with some older stuff, but this is awesome. And I would say 75% of my time was risk free, except for worms, which I could control. Overall, it was a really good experience. I do have the footage from times. There were some crazy moments, and I was dealing with some glitchiness too. But there we go. So much melange. That was the end result. Let's go to another couple changes. Originally, because this was the area that I had I put my crawler over here because this was just some dead space. This is where I put them in big water tanks, and it just sat here and did absolutely nothing. So then realizing that I was potentially going to be using it, we ended up putting it over there, and I moved my stairs that go down into the basement where some storage of water is, and I moved the buggy and the thing and all that. Stuck the sand crawler over there, and it was really, it just annoyed me. It was not good. It bothered me. And since it's my game and I'm allowed to do whatever I want, I was looking at possibly expanding the grounds down here and doing some different stuff, how I could maneuver this around. And then it occurred to me that, there's some spice, but I don't need that. No, but it occurred to me that I had built an upper hangar for the carryall. Sorry about that. But I had built an upper hangar for that thing because I didn't want to stick it in here because, I use this all the time. So that's what's above us here. And then I realized, you know what? I kind of just built it the way the building was going up. And what I ended up doing was realizing that I could put my sand crawler up here where I'm going to actually use it. I can drag it out here and then pick it up with my carryall. We just had to move. We had our little worm statues over here. We moved them up there. And I can also fit the buggy that I use in the deep desert, which does several things. Number one, I used to take these boxes, and this is where I would keep all the stuff that I needed to build my deep desert base. And as you can see, this is 1875 here, and this is 2875. So let's just say 5,000 in volume. And I would transport that with my assault, which was like 3 or 4 trips, depending. But now what we can do is, well, we don't need to get in this. Now what we can do is we can load up almost 3,000 into this bad boy. And over here, we've got 5,000, which means we can use these. Oh, I don't want to do that. We can use these guys to transport. Oh, 7,500. I'm so sorry. We can use these guys to transport everything 2 trips, and we're carrying the items that we need to bring out there. The only issue with that is it takes a little bit longer, man. That crawler is it's not fast. But the fact that we're getting 2 trips, everything we need, plus we could carry more if we wanted, just chef's kiss. It's awesome. So that was really huge, allowing us to carry a loaded vehicle across the map is super awesome. So it definitely puts us more in range of doing this on a regular basis. The only thing that I'm missing, which honestly wouldn't, normally I wouldn't do this, but I'm gonna. I want to have a scout ornithopter specifically for deep desert runs. The reason I say that is I use mine, back and forth and everything. But in the event that, like, let's say I take this and that and I go out there and a minor inconvenience instead of a horror show. Let's say I run out of fuel. I'm stuck. Unless I have an ornithopter scanned into my little gun. That's what I want to do. I want to have an ornithopter that is specifically just to put in the gun for the vehicle tool, the backup tool, to have in case bad things occur. So that's the only thing that we're missing. I figure we'll pick a color scheme eventually. But yeah, it's super awesome. And that is going to lead us to what we're doing here tonight. I was just kind of lazily looking at the Landsraad. I am still in a guild, even though most of them went to a different server. I stay here all by my little self. And I've actually donated enough to be on the top contributors list, which is hilarious, but hey, whatever. But I was looking through this, and you deliver slag, and that I use all the radiated slag for power cells and stuff, so I don't have any extra of that. And iodine pills, I could make a bunch, but I was looking at the different stuff, and I found several things on here that I'm so glad I checked. If you're not part of a guild, you should be. It's so much better playing with other people than just doing things all by yourself all the time. From a guy who pretty much is always doing things all by myself. But those times when there's other people around are so much better. But what was it that, man, see, we were at we were at the 25% reduction cost. This would have been a great time to be out in the deep desert again. That's one of the reasons why I got so much spice, was because of the reduction cost, but oh well. But of course now I got bit by that bug, so I'm like, oh, what ways can we make it better? And I found some. As I said in the description, I've already finished one, and I'm working on 2 more. So let's talk about the one I finished, which is House Sita. And I wanted a set of hummingbird wings. Mark 6 hummingbird wings for my scout ornithopter. As you see, my scout thopter's got some red wings. It's getting time where I'm going to have to replace them. And boom, on the Landsraad for delivering heel kit, Mark 6 heel kits, which I could make a ton of. You need off-world medical supplies, water, and plant fiber and something else. I had a bunch of that stuff in stock, so we were able to make this almost uh, at will. I had to end up going out and getting a bunch more plant fiber because they're also in filters. So there. But I also noticed that I did not have the heavy armor swatch from this house. So getting to 10,500, I was like, screw it, let's just do the 14. And we did. As you can see, it's 221 for each, and I went 144 over. So I only made exactly how many I had to. But yep, so we got the hummingbird wings I wanted. The other stuff, the Sandbike Mark V engine is kind of cool too. I don't care about the ballistic weave or the fluid efficient pumps. Kind of have all those. But yeah, hummingbird wings was the true score. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, down at the bottom, 14,000, you get the house's color scheme. That's what the armor swatch means. To see that, you go to your inventory and go to customization. You can look at the different whether it's light armor or still suits or heavy armor. And if you click on an item, you get your swatches down here. And this is a default one, so that's what that looks like. Here's House Soar, which I've gotten at some point. House Atreides, you'll either get that or you'll get Harkonnen, depending on whose side you're on when you're doing stuffs. Here's House Wallach. The Chom one you get through playing. Mala, I think you get to start with, and then a Vermilius Gap. I don't remember how I got that. But yeah, I don't have that many swatches. Played a long time without being part of the Landsraad, so that's where this went in. But, you know, it's just colors. If you don't care about colors, don't worry about it. If you do, that's how you get them. But yeah, so that's what we did. This one was the house heavy armor. So let's go back to that. And what you do is you go to customization, like I said, go to your armor tab here. And we're going to scroll down until we get to the heavy armor. Here it is. And then you can see who you have and who you don't have. And I don't have House Tacita. Tacita. I guess I should pronounce it properly. But now I do. So hooray. If you find a task that you're going to get, let's say I really wanted that Sandbike engine, which is the 3,500 points. There's no reason to go to 14 from 3,500. Start asking that question when you're at the 7,000 mark. If you're like, well, I'm halfway there. Depends on what it is. If you hit 10.5, you might as well just go 14 if you don't have it. If you already have it, don't worry about it. But if you don't, I mean, you're so close, dude. You're so close. Just go. Even if you don't use them. And if you're like me and a completionist, for some odd reason it matters. I hate that it matters, but it does. But yeah, so that one's done. So hooray, we've got ourselves some hummingbird wings. What are they? They're just a more agile, faster wing module that you put on your Scout Thopter. Okay. But I wanted it, so I got it. That's how this game rolls. I haven't looked at some of the other stuff. There's nothing really there. Normally I look for the compact compactor just to make sure I always have those. If it's a poopy thing like delivering scout ornithopters, normally I don't have them just lying around. I was big on like the pincushion and the syndicate and the Acaronian stuff, but we got that, so now I don't care about it. What are you? Copper ingots. So for every copper ingot, you get 1 point. So I would need to drop off 14,000 copper ingots. You have to question whether or not that's worth it. I have a bunch of copper. I don't have that much. It's probably, I mean, it could be worth it to get the 10,000 Solari if you don't have a whole lot of money. I have a ridiculous amount of money for me. now. So unfortunately, um, but it's easy to find and easy to make. But that's what you're gonna want to do. You just look at this stuff, and if it's something you want or something you think you need, then go for it. Here is House Wallach. This was one that we worked on. Here's a great example. I have the House Wallach heavy armor swatch. I already got it. So there's no reason to push up to 14,000, but I wanted the albatross wings. Those are for the assault opters. And I got them. So hooray. Um, I don't know why it says 100,000 out of 133. I don't know who gave extras. That's one of the reasons why I'm in fourth place. But so this was one where I got it, but then there was no reason to push beyond what I wanted. And there are two more that are still on here that we really want to get. And I will show you where they are in just a second. This one, I actually had a Mark IV on me, and I delivered it and didn't think about. There's a ship crash and didn't think about it and just dropped it in there. So whatever. I guess if I wanted, I could push that to make like 6 of them at least, so I could get some filtered fabric for a Mark IV heel kit. But whatever. This one, nothing really too excited. We don't know that one yet. Don't know if I really care too much about that. But House Spinet, Spinetti. This one intrigued me because we got the dampened sandcrawler treads, and just now going out with a sandcrawler for the first time, this makes it better. What this does is this is less likely to attract a worm. It helps to decrease your worm sign when you're using it. So perfect. And this one we have to deliver buggies, but you get 2,400 each time you do, and as you can see, I'm at 12,000. That seems like expensive because you gotta build a buggy and take it over there, and it would be if that's how we were doing it, but we're not doing it that way. I'm gonna show you how we do it. And even if you're not in the same area or the same setup as I have, you could still do it. But I'll show you that in a second, but let's move on. I don't have that many Regis missile launchers. I could make them, but the Batiste stillsuit mask was kind of intriguing, but hadn't really gone. Don't know what that is yet. I got a decent amount of this, but there was nothing there that was like super exciting. And nothing there really. I don't even know how many hydraulic pistons I have. And then finally Mutelli. This one we've been working on. I want that focused buggy cutter ray. And I'm at 7,900 out of 10,500. I don't have the Mutelli heavy armor swatch, so to be honest, if we can get to 14, it would be great, but we got a lot of work to do. And we only get 23 points for killing a Carab. They are in Vermilius Gap, east or west. I don't know. Depends on how you're looking at me. But yeah, east or west will get you where the Carab are, and you get 23 for killing each one of them. As you can see, I'm at 7912, so hooray. We'll call it 8,000 just for that. So we just need another 6,000 points, and we will have another heavy armor swatch. But the easier thing that we're going to do, does it take a multiple week to get a full set of treads? I don't think so. I know that when you get the wings, like the albatross and hummingbird wings, they pop like a full set, like you'll get 4 or 6 depending on how you want to do it. Honestly, this is the first time I've gotten this, so this will be the learning experience. So we'll have to see what happens, but I'm hoping you don't have to get double sets. It says treads, that's plural, there's 2 on it, so freaking better. If not Monday, you will definitely see a stream from me, a very angry stream that me and Funcom are going to have some words. But we'll see. I think you get 2. I hope you do. Boy, now you scared me, man. Beach day's terrifying me. While we're talking about it, let me show you this Deliver a Buggy. I don't know why, but these houses don't care what condition the item you're bringing them is. When you have something like these guys want spice melange, it's spice melange. They want a copper ingot. There's no quality of either one of those two. It's just an item that you've made. But this, you have to put it together. You could bring them any buggy you want. It could be a Mark 1 all the way up to a Mark 5, Mark 6, whatever. Doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter what kind of condition it's in. It could be brand spanking new, or it could be on its last legs. They're happy to have it. And that is what we are going to do. I don't know why House Spinet cares that much for us. We are not helping them out, but we are meeting the requirements. And we are going to go get a buggy that takes absolutely no effort from me. And let's do a time check. So it's 27, right? So we're going to get in. And as you know, or maybe you don't, this is where my home base is located, right here. So I'm right on the edge of the shield wall and Misa Toril. We're going to head up this way into the eastern shield wall. We're going to go up, and what we are looking for is the Sentinel. In case you didn't know, that's a Sentinel. Looks like Godzilla. Apparently it's a Fremen myth that this is the remains of a creature that guarded them. That's why it's called the Sentinel. There are 3 different entries to the Sentinel. There's one directly in front of us. That's the one we're heading to. There's another one over here and another one on the other side. They all kind of lead to the same area, so it's just 3 different ways to get into this place, but I will show you why we care about this big boy right here. It would be, I guess you would say, the southern entrance. But this is what it looks like. You're looking for the big canisters pointing off in the directions. And the reason we're heading here is because of those things right there. There are 2 buggies in there. That one is a buggy, and you can look at it. That one is also a buggy that you can claim ownership of. It's trashed. Oh boy, is it trashed with barely any fuel. But you can still claim ownership, and House Spinet is just so happy to take it off your hands. So that's what we're going to do. We first make sure that we have nothing in our ornithopter inventory. Boop, as you see, we don't. We get, oh, we hit exit far too many times. We're going to jump out, and we're going to store this bad boy. So now it's in our pocket. Put a shield on, grab our rapier, and we go up. Now, a lot of times you can get in here without fighting. There's a bad guy over there. You do have to be careful. I did actually get killed once. But if you just walk up to it, you can claim ownership, enter. And as I said, she's in bad shape. And she don't look pretty. She counts. And now, we're going to drive away. You will get all sorts of notices. You'll get a low fuel notice. You're going to get a, this item's about to break, the PSU's about to break, the traction, whatever. The thing's on its last legs. You can see it's completely red. And from here, we're going to cross those stones, and we're going to take a left. Easy there. Easy there. I think this thing considers itself a salvage buggy, is what it's called. You can also do this with sand bikes. Sometimes you'll find places that allow you to claim ownership of a very trashed sand bike, and I don't think you can fix them up or repair them. I think they're just there to get you by in case something bad happens, like you get killed and need a quick ride to get back to your base because some bad things happen. That did happen to me once. Boy, they hurt me. These bad guys hurt me. And as you can see, there's some bad guys here. Please don't shoot me. This thing's barely... Stop, 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 stop. Stop, stop, stop. Don't listen. I'm coming back for them. And right here is the quartermaster. This is where you go to drop off stuff for the Landsraad. We'll check the map real quick. It's just right here. So again, it's not far from my home. But yeah, Eastern Shield Wall and where the Jabal Ifrit meats. And we're just going to drive this piece of crap right up here. And then we're going to get out. I'm really surprised. Yeah, I can get that leg bumping. Surprised it didn't message me. Usually it'll tell you that your PSU is about to break, your generator, or whatever. Now we're going to go over here and talk to, what's your name?
In the name of the Red Duke.
We're going to talk to the quartermaster.
Today?
I thought he had a name. But we're going to make a delivery to our cause. Somebody's hand motions and his voice lines aren't tied together.
Excellent.
Excellent, yeah.
Every little bit of
And in this case, Spinet.
But the Landsraad is a large organ. Ah, the Syndicate. Very good. Which house?
Spinet.
Delivery for House Spinet. Noted. We'll make certain it reaches them.
And here's this piece of crap, barely able to run, most likely nothing but scrap. And we're going to say, all right, Landsraad task progress registered. So let's take a quick look. I want to come over here because I've stood out there and checked things and then ended up coming back while I'm unconscious on the ground because I'm dying from the sun. But here you will see we now have 14,460 and we have reached their light armor swatch. And that took 5 minutes and I was chatty. Can I go back and do it again? Yes, but not right away. It usually takes, I don't have an actual time for this, but I would just go do other stuff and then come back and look. And if you could see two of them sitting in there, you could steal one of them. Takes an hour, maybe two. I don't know. I didn't really look at it. I guess if I technically really cared that much, I would just go back and sit and watch. But yeah, if you could see two in there, you can claim one of them. Be careful because they do shoot at you. Like I said, there's guys with flamethrowers. I jumped in one, the one before this one, and as I was backing away, one of the snipers shot me, took me right out of it because you don't have your shield on. And I had taken a little bit of damage, and he sniped me, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So then I tried to revive, and because of the sword and the flamethrower guy, we did not make it. We died. So I had to respawn. Which I felt shamed and sad, but it was okay because I was able to just respawn, jump back into it, and drove it over here and turned it in. But there you go. So nice, quick, easy. Took 5 minutes. I was chatty, and there you go. Now we got our dampened sandcrawler treads. We got some extra stuff. I don't care about the pistons, the leader John, whatever. Holtzman actuators. I got a bunch of them, but hey, dampened treads and another armor swatch for 5 minutes worth of work, and then go do something else and come back for another 5 minutes, go do something else. Doesn't get much better than that. The house that wants ornithopters. I am unaware of any place that has ornithopters laying around, and I don't believe there is. I think they give you just the land vehicle ones just to there you go, scouts. Yeah, nobody's donated to that in my whole thing. I don't need pincushion pants. The batik still suit garment would kind of be nifty because somewhere else on here I remember there was another part of the batik set, but not enough to make 2 scout ornithopters and drop them off. If I could steal them like I can do this one, maybe I would, but as far as I know, there's no place to steal those. So we'll have to see. Look at my voting power. I'm fancy. Why does it say 3? I'm not in 3. I don't know what 3 means. Okay, but mission accomplished. Not too shabby. I guess I could help out my Landsraad, but House Harkonnen doesn't really play anymore. They kind of just get this stuff for what they need. They don't even try to win the Landsraad any. It's a shame. They said that eventually they might be putting a 3rd faction in, which hopefully they do. That would be really good. But oh man, we got a long time before next reveal. So that leaves us now with House Mitelli. We got to go kill ourselves 6,000 points worth of Kirab. Now, it seems like it's a long task, but it's not that bad. And I'll show you why. We try to make the most of it. Um, when you're in here, because of the up at the top above my compass, you'll see it's green. This is a specialized area. So normally it's yellow, which is the Canley thing. Red when you're in PvP zones. Yellow for PvE. And then green is a special thing. There is absolutely... I cannot even pull my swords out. Like, I can't do anything. It shows that I'm selecting them down there, but I'm not really. You can't even hold them in your hand. So when you get here and you're like, oh, let me pull out my item here and get my ornithopters. Like, whoa, 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 what's going on? You just, because you're in the green area. So what you have to do is leave the green area. And we might as well just grab some of these, right? And zone change. Now it's limited warfare, PvE, back to Canley. And everything returns back to normal. So there you go. Don't get scareded. Don't think you have to restart like I did originally and try to do the unstuck thing. You're not really stuck. It's just the area you're standing in. While we're stationary here, we're going to go ahead. We'll fill up on water. Health will be alright for now. Let's go kill some Kirab. I want to make sure I do that because I think I was tied to my other buggy. And the first place we're going to go is to the hammer. If that's your base, you need to pay attention to it. Bad things are happening. I don't know who you are, but bad things are starting to happen. So I'm watching it. You don't want me to take your stuff. There you go. So I want to wait until we cross into the Vermilius Gap and show you some stuffs. Oh my goodness. Here we go. We're almost there. Any day now. There we go. We're in the Western Gap. And now we're in the Eastern. Alright, we're going to hover here for a second. Just crossed into the Gap. This is where my main base used to be in the Western, so I went ahead, cleared that off, done everything in that entire area. I don't know why for the camps it says 44 out of 41, unless maybe they added a few extra. Possibly. I think that would be it right there. When they added in this little Mithra, which was the Lost Harvest DLC type thing, they added 4 more camps. So that's why that shows up. But whenever I have one of these Landsraad tasks that says to get kills for people, I always look at the area they're in to see if I can clear out an area. And that's what I did with this, and we are now at 95%. I did the testing station, which is that first one, the blue one. I did the secret little areas, these things, the pustule and sucalosus. These are like little hidden areas. There is a PvE ship right here, or PvP ship. I have done that. These little settlements, Eastview, Mendia's Gate, I've done all of those. I am at 40 out of 44 camps. Can't find those last 4. They are tucked into some crazy little spots, but hopefully we can find them. I think the other symbol there is a Landsraad person. Maybe have to find. I don't know. And then the last one is the mining ironworks places. Southeast Ironworks and the Southeast Ironworks. So we've completed those as well. And we have all 9 items of intel. If you do not have all of them, I would bet that the one you're missing is in Aaron's post. And I'll show you where it is if you're having problems with that. Took me a while to find it. But I did eventually find it. So we're on the hunt for 4 more camps. It'd be awesome if we can find those. And, yeah. The way to do this, the way I found to do this is, like, we're just going to kind of scan all the way around and see what we can find. Usually, because they made the site change where flying over something would reveal it, but it wouldn't. Now it does reveal it, but it'll be grayed out if you haven't gone to it. So if you've flown past it and found it, or zip past it on any kind of vehicle, it'll be there, but it'll be gray, and that means you need to go there. Once they actually take the color, then that means you've been there. So you can see I've been to all sorts of fun places, but we're going to check these two areas because any kind of outcropping is usually a great place for some type. Ooh, boy, we were talking so much. So let's see, these outcroppings are right here. Now, it's not the best way to finish this. Look at that. That is right in there. Do we have that highlighted? We do not. So I think we just found one of our camps. Let's go kill these guys. It's not one of the best ways to do it because there's only two, maybe at the most three. Sometimes there's even just one. Hi. I don't care about you. You're dead. And so are you. But I did not see anything that said I found a camp. We'll just take everything for now, and then we'll just drop what we don't want. This is a great way, by the way, to get weapons parts and gun parts. Gun parts and blade parts. Super awesome. I don't understand. Okay, there's a camp. I don't think that was there before. And it still says 40 out of 44. I'm a little upset about that. Just taking time to update? You do not want to sit here and count these things, like actually like count them on the map. Usually when you see stuff like that, that indicates the presence of somebody. But it does not look as though there is a camp here. Okay, so that's the one we just cleared. Looks like there might be something over there. Let's take a look. This is probably the decor for the big area. It's better to hunt down camps at night because they're so much easier to see because they glow. This, however, is not a camp. This is one of the little settlements. These are great to hit. As you can see, the last time I hit there was 2 people there. Let's just be a horrible person. We're just going to fly right in and land on the roof. And we'll see how many individuals. Somebody's angry already. Look at you with your big guns. Yeah, what's up, dude? Oop, stabbed him twice. Didn't need to. He rolled down the stairs. That's 2. And we'll go ahead and grab some stuff. Like I said, I'll just pick everything up and then we sort it out later. Somebody's very hungry out there. I don't know if you heard him. I got everything. Where are you? Ooh. Oh, man, I was... Oh, there's a grenade. It's actually kind of sad. I've had them throw grenades and either kill their friends or kill themselves. And I'm like, dude, I need these points here. What are you doing? Always take time to loot. I have had enough of you. That's the grenade thrower, too. Ooh! He didn't have a sword in his hand. I don't know what he was swinging at me. Man, I lost count already. Those 2 don't count. They are from... that's actually a camp over there. So we'll just get rid of them. Oh, I missed. Yeah, you're gonna fall down. Where'd you go? But as you can see, there's far more bad guys here. Plus you get, you know, some of the extra cool stuff, like this junk. Alright, so everybody on this floor is dead. I don't think I need water. Like I said, we'll sort it out later. Let's go downstairs and see if there's anybody down here. Anybody down here? No. More weapons, part, and armor. Who is that person laying down there? I didn't kill this person. I didn't get credit for that. It's also a good way to farm bodies if you need them. Hey, how are you, sir? Nope, don't worry about it, though. It's cool. That's horrible. Dude, fix your light, man. Holy cow. I'm gonna think that's everybody here. Yep. So quite a few bad guys here, and that helps to make things move a lot faster. There's definitely enough of these little settlements. You can't see it, but that's what we're on. So like you can come here, and I'll hit these three. Then I'll come down here and hit this one. There's none any further. We'll fly over here, hit these two, and then when we come back up, we can hit these guys, and then we'll just swing back around, and they'll be back. Now, the treasure chests, for the hideouts might work, man. The little chests and stuff won't respawn, so there won't be any of the loot that's in there, but to be honest with you, this is just kind of... This is an older stage setting, so the stuff I'm getting here is just like, you know, I'm getting like 1 or 2 flower sand and weapons parts, honestly. It's just... Although one of these Landsraad things was, which was deliver, somebody wanted, blade parts. Yeah, blade parts. I had that one shot, just flew over, dropped them all, got the 10,500 and got my albatross wings. So it was like, yay, still have some to spare. But anyway, so yeah, these are usually good to hit. You can also get quite a few bad guys here and here at these ironworks. They'll load up there. Testing stations are also good, but I can't guarantee that they're going to be Kirab in there. I think they are. We're going to find out when we head over that way. We've got a couple spots here that we want to check to see if maybe we've got... Sorry, I heard a weird sound. But we'll check to see if they are Kirab and if that does clear. If that does, there's quite a few bad guys in those. But let's go ahead. And you need some lubricant. Not that bad. Anyway. So we're going to make our runs. Oh, there we go. Let's see the next settlement. You can mark them on the map if you have to. But they're usually pretty close, so. You can kind of see them from each other. This one we don't have a good roof landing, so we'll just plop down right here. Ugh. Well, we're in it now, aren't we? Nice hit. So there's 2, 3, 4. Oh, you're still alive. Not anymore. It still counts as 4. It's 4. There's 5. 6. That it? Nope. That was weird. These are good guys, 7. These are good ones to practice your melee on. If you're not good at melee, The Kirab are very good at it because they don't hurt you really that much. It takes a very special type of Kirab to get through your shields. So if you want to work on your timing for your don't want the iron. If you want to work on your timing for that the block and the parries and all that stuff, see if I can find one. Next time we go to one, we'll keep one of the little melee dingles alive. I think 7 is going to be our top mark. Right? Yeah. Okay. But 7 of them in a quick fashion is a lot better than... Who are these idiots? They count. Oh, can I hit you from this far? Sure can. Die. Those are just freebies. But we're getting here. And I thought that some of these little, some of these settlements have some little outposty like places, but they actually weren't. We got one. We go to that one? Or we just came? No. Ooh, easy. I usually melee my way through these. We're going to keep one of them alive, like I said. Sometimes they get a little silly, like this one. I've also noticed sometimes they target my ornithopter instead of me. Oh, nice. Right in my face. Don't come near me. What's that from? What? No. Oh, I missed. Okay. There's usually some advanced machinery in those things. This person is stuck over there. I don't know what they're doing. Let's see if we can draw them over. Always use plant fibers, right? Stuck on that. So yeah, there's a good 6 or 7 of them right here. And some other half-decent items. I mean, we're not breaking the bank here today, but... Yeah, got your stuff. Alright, let's go see if we can... I need your assistance in just a second, okay? Thanks. I'm gonna need you to fix yourself. Is it the Thopter? Is that what... This is like your cats. You ever have it where your cats are like totally focused on like, oh, what the heck is that? And it's like, dude, it's nothing. What are you looking at? You think it's ghosts or something? If I stab you, will you care? Miss. Just trying to show people something and you ruined it. So now you're gone. There's usually water if you need it. I guess so. I always wondered why that doesn't like get me sick or anything. And just walking along, find some water, and be like, oh, cool. Okay, well that did not work, so we're gonna go find another melee person. Maybe it could hit a camp. So like I said, we were at 79. We were calling it 8. I need to refuel. These are some small cells that I've been finding in some of these places. So, content to use them. That landed right on that guy. Sorry, dude. There you go. Okay. We're gonna kill everybody else first. Try not to kill this melee person, but hopefully they don't glitch themselves into something silly. See? I did not kill that guy. That guy killed somebody else. So here. Get one of these. And you can practice your dodges. Your melees. I'm going to let this one have your way. So yeah, that hurt, but it's manageable. And it's a good way to practice up. Get used to dodging if you screw up. Now you die. Did you guys not hear all the crap that was going on? There we go. I'm here. Big chest. Not gonna have the greatest things in it, but it'll have some stuff. I always take money. I don't care about that. I don't care about the rest of it. Shouldn't say I don't care. Kind of mean. They took the time to collect all that stuff. I already have a ton of meatballs, so I don't need any more. I don't need meatballs. Okay, so we've done a few here. Let's just take a quick gander at our Landsraad tasks and see where we're at. Boop. So we're at 87. So we put about 1,000 points on. And we're moving right along. Awesome. And that was only, honestly, from this whole section here. We did hit that camp. But to be honest, it was just those sections. So that's 1,000. We should be able to do another 1,000 between all of these. And not quite 1,000 between these two unless we hit a bunch of these camps. And we'll go test out and see how much we can get from this. Right now we're going to head to Aaron's post. This one was the one that I missed the intel for so long. That's my own fault. For the most part, man, these things are right out in the open. And they're hard to miss. And I got sloppy. Because I was like, dude, why can't I find this thing? So immediately I'm thinking they glitched or it doesn't appear every time or whatever. Excuses. But no, it was just not in the... What? Who are they fighting with? Is this a camp I have? I think so. Looks like there's some scavengers here. What are we getting crossovers?
Eyes on hostile. I require backup. Interloper.
You'll notice that I got Landsraad task for everybody I killed there because there's also one for, I think, scavengers. So, That's why.
Got your back. Tossing grenade.
Oh, grenade. I guess. Don't want the salvage metal. Not all camps are going to have that cool little chest. Oh, and you got to be careful with this one because you get close to the PvP area. I don't know if are there Carabin? I don't know. I think there's bigger guys in the there's bigger guys in the crash ships. Where did those dudes come from? Yeah, and you can see we're changing zones right now. So I got that one. Stuck on my own wings. Double melees. Did you see that guy come flying in? That was cool as hell, dude. A good upward stab. And see a little thing. No cool chest. Supposed to be going somewhere. We'll skip the ironworks for right now, but we will come back to them. So this is Aaron's post right here. Aaron. Easy. We're going to land right on top of here. Yeah, there's a good amount of bad guys. Stank leg. Oh, sorry. Alright, this is getting outrageous. Why are you moving now? I think he killed himself with his own grenade. Take that. Probably should heal up myself a little bit because we're taking a bit of damage. Let's do that now. I think that's everybody. Nope. Okay. So if you're missing the intel from here, I was like looking all over the place, couldn't find it. This building's broken. And that's going to be it right there. In a little briefcase. So, you're missing Aaron's post. That's where it is. A little difficult to find. Like I said, normally these things are just wide out in the open. Like it'd be laying like right there. But I don't want the meatballs, but I guess we'll take them. And there's also camp tucked in right here. Incredibly close. This was one that I missed my original run through. Alright, let's go to the ironworks. this one will land here.
Let's get that bastard.
He's yelling for help. How did we punch each other? What the hell happened? Oh, didn't want to fall down there. And you're going to want to get used to being able to block the melee guys with really bad camera angles, because it happens all the time. I hear you out here.
Guy, I've got your back.
Okay, cool. Ooh, sorry about that, dude. I think you're still holding on to the handrail. It's creepy. That'll be some advanced machinery there. I don't know what this thing is, but it's a little weird. Wish we had one of those. Okay, moving on. Watch out, because there are no OSHA inspectors around here, because these things are dangerous.
Shield on.
Ah.
I'm coming.
Eventually you get to the point where... Ooh! I like looting while they're shooting at me. It shows them I'm not afraid. Yeah, they're pixels, dude. But I know that they know. Okay, so I think that's as much as we can do here. I'm pretty sure we have that camp, right? Yeah, that's that camp right there, and then there's the settlement. That looks like these two right here look like likely suspects, but... Also a good way to get used to suspensor belt control. Oh, a lot of them there. That's what I'm talking about. I'll be with you. Chesto. And we did not get a notification, so yes, we have already hit this place up. Oh, you're all here.
I need backup. That means something.
Tried to get away.
Need to reload.
Hey. Man, hanging around these ironworks, dude, they make all sorts of crazy noises. I don't know if I got him. I got him in time. He threw a grenade at me like a weirdo. Ah, knew you were tucked in there. I'm taking everything from that one. Alright, I think we're good. Ah, look at those red albatross, or those red wings, man. We're gonna take care of that, though. So I believe we're still at 40. Let's do a quick sweep. I want to check this and that, and then this side here looks like a camp could be there. Other than that, I don't think so. It's the ironworks. We didn't finish off the second part. Wrong button. Do I have you? Yeah. Alright, so there's one area that's got nothing. It appears as though it still does. Got a contract down there. Oh, that would be horrible to be out there and have the chome ships stun you. Alright, yeah, so that's completely empty. That's a delivery guy. I think that is. I haven't talked to him in a long time. Let's go say hi. Let's get stuck on our own ornithopter first. Sup, dude?
My friend, Shebazi is happy to see you again. My friend, if Shebazi, as it happens, Shebazi does have another order for the Anvil trade post. Can you collect the requested materials?
Scrap
and
metal?
deliver it, my friend?
Is that what it is? Scrap metal?
Shebazi remember.
Yep, I got you, buddy. Contract scrap metal. How much do I have to send? Acquire armor plating. I already did. Deliver armor plating. Alright. So I guess I'll just, I gotta go to the anvil, though. We're kind of headed in that direction, so... Alright, we got more scanning to do, though. Will my, Good God. Each, I'm trying to see if that brings it up. Brings up all the resources, that's for sure. Does it recognize the camps? I notice that when you get near this ship, it'll go into a PvP zone. And even coming up to get these guys, which you can see, those zone change getting them. I already got them, though. What are we looking at here? So there's two. One, two. If there's one on that rock, then this would be a new one. Might want to hit them just in case. Yeah, there's nobody else.
Shields up. I need help. Die.
A good dodge. Thank you. That happens sometimes. There's times where I just, for some reason, it's like I'd never played this game before. Okay, we've hit this, so... Like I forget. Oh, excuse me, I forget how to play. Ugh. Oh, this one was in there too. Got a bunch of stuff in yes. Alright, so let's go check out. Oh. It's the anvil. Do we even have 20 on me? Hell yeah. These guys spawned back in yet? We were just here a little bit ago. I don't see anybody yet. Yep. Alright, we're going to head to that testing station because I want to see if we're still getting Landsraad tasks inside of that. Because there'll be a slew of guys in there. Alright, so we're going to camp ahead of us. You know, 1, 2, 3, but we don't have one in here. So we're looking for 1, 2, 3, 4 camps. Wrong button. Might as well clear them since we're here. I am. Guys, I'm looking for camps. Whoa. Ooh. Gave me the finger across the throat means death. You are so lucky I can't navigate sandbags. Oh, it's your helmet, but we'll grab it. I didn't know I switched weapons there. Alright, so there's one that we definitely have done before. This little outcropping does not have another.
Shields up. They're here. I need help.
Sorry, lady. We want the iron. Alright. So far, we're not checking any boxes. Let's do a quick swoop around just to make sure this is a pretty small outcropping, so it doesn't surprise me. That one's on our map already. Guess we might as well hit it just to make sure. Ah.
Shield on. Eyes
Hi.
on it.
Sorry. A bunch of stuff on her. I don't need any meatballs, but... Yep, that one didn't click off as new. About these guys. Alright, so that is registered, but if there's any of them on these islands, that will be a new one. So there's nothing there. Nothing here. Yep, didn't see anybody. Alright, let's see. Hi. Only an interloper. Is it formal? Interloper. Guess we should drink some water. Maybe put a band-aid on. Let's take a look. How we doing? 96. We're just over 7 when we started. We are within 1,000 of our cutter array, which is what we're actually after. And I'm pretty sure we don't have the Mutelli heavy armor swatch. Let's take a look. Soar, Trades, Wallach, Chom, Vermilius, and Lock. So that 14 would be nice. But I got to get it tonight. If I get it at all. So, all or nothing. Let's clear this off. Can't land up here. Guess we could switch up a little bit, right? We'll snipe some people. Shoot you in the leg. You're not paying attention. Get shot in the face. I see you. I can see you. It's the eyes. If you didn't wear that silly. Man, I couldn't tell you the last time this happened. Oh, that stamina is low, isn't it? I do like the fact that they chase you. Others don't. Now what? Fortunately, we don't get any Landsraad progress for killing Chom dingleberries. If we did, we'd have got some. Remember when I first came over to here, following through the gameplay loop? Those guys were incredible. I mean, couldn't tell you how many times they owned me, and I used to have to, like, run and hide. Used to have to run and hide from them, try to outmaneuver them. It's interesting. But these days, not the case. Might as well take that, you know? I don't want the iron, but... Speaking of, let's go ahead and clear out some inventory problems. Don't need the iron ore. I got tons of that. 651 light darts. I don't even have anything that shoots light darts. I don't want heavy pants. Don't want the meatballs. Don't want the heavy jerkin. Don't want that. I already have 2 of those. 1 silicone block. I found 1 silicone block through all my adventures here. Just 1. Who the hell had 1 silicone? Okay, we'll stop crying. Alright. Testing station, here we come. As soon as I find where I parked. And here it is. Looks like there's some bad guys running around, so we're going to find out right away if we get credit for these dingles. They are definitely Karab the way they're shooting at us. Come on, come on! Oh, they're not. These are like house troops. I don't think they're going to be... You know what? I think some of them in there are going to be. Let's just bypass these people. It's for 97. It's close enough, right? It's not a solid form of science. It's just kind of basic science. Nah, these are all house troops, man. Does it become Kirab at some point?
Identify yourself. Where's backup?
Welcome to Imperial Desert Botanical Testing Station number 10. There's someone here. Shields up! Identify yourself.
Or Conan's, right? That's an Atreides. Are these just general, I guess these are just general, deserters. Okay, you're not helping me do what I need to, so I'm gonna kill you just... Sorry, man. Not only did I kill you, but I propped you against the handrail in disgrace. Get a letter from somebody's mom about that one. Alright, so testing stations are a no. I mean, they're cool stuff, but they aren't moving the Landsraad. I guess they could, depending on what you're,
Welcome to Imperial Desert.
what you're looking for. It's an hour and a half. Still not done, man.
Reveal yourself. Die.
Huzzah! Okay, well, that makes me sad. I know that if you go into the other testing station, there's some spice. Because technically, as you can see here, we're in the Kirab section. But so is this. This is all Kirab as well. And this is a testing station right here. I think if you go in there, you find a mix of both. But I don't know. I just didn't care because I was already 100% done. Can't believe we haven't found a single one. I checked these things earlier. Guess we'll go drop off our armor plating.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
How long do I got? 3 minutes? Alright. We shall head to the anvil then. Seek shelter while the storm passes us by. Ooh. Whoa. And that's why people watch me, for all the intellectual talk I do. Nah.
Sector weather alert.
I
Large
know,
sandstorm
lady.
is approaching.
Oh, let's see. We can drop. And we'll switch to this. And we'll take that. Vehicle's out of range. What are you talking about? You don't have to store your vehicle. Usually they're okay. I just don't want mine breaking any more than it already has. I should be able to come over here. And we'll do this, and we'll deliver some items, and we'll pull 40 of them. I like the fact that it doesn't, like I had 40 on me, I only need to drop off 20, so when I moved it over, it takes it. And I can't even add extra, as you saw. Deliver, sure. And there we go. It's got 1,500 Solari. Yay. 150 XP for that? Really? Okay. Aha. What you got? I don't think you have anything of interest to me.
Alive.
I am. Sells sand bike stuff. I don't think anybody sells ornithopter stuff. So I think it's interesting that Homeboy only has 100 plant fibers, right? But you can buy however many off-road medical supplies you want. There's no limit. Same thing with fuel cells. Why? Why is he unlimited fuel cells, but he's limited on plant fibers? Oh, we're getting locked in, guys. Cup of water, huh? Never done a sync chart. I have one. I just never filled it out. I also think it's crazy, like, oh, this is 100 demand for his resource scanner, 614. How much do you charge for him? Arrakis is a tough place, man. Arrakis is a tough place. So I followed the Atreides path. I don't know which one you did. This guy makes me feel bad. Like, just looking at him, he looks kind of disheveled and sad. But if you come and talk to him well after you progress through, spoiler alert, you don't talk to him forever. You kind of should have known that. Man.
It seems we both yet live.
We sure do.
I have nothing to offer you, and even less to say.
It's out of my hands now. The War of Assassins can do without me. Should be talking to Andrea Gannon. She has a cold mind suited to this. As for me, I can't participate in this any longer. It's poisoned my honor and my soul. I need to find another path on Arrakis.
I kind of feel bad saying this. Like, I know you're, whatever, but man. It's like kicking him when he's down, dude. Like, just gotta say goodbye. What's the Harkonnen guy say to me? I don't think we're friends.
Change of heart? Realize the inevitable? It's never too late to join the winning side. Well, it's not too late yet.
Defecting to one side, you can switch sides, but you can only do it once, so you can't ever go back. The only reason I would go to the Harkonnen side was to get access to buying some of their stuff, but you could buy all their stuff, it's just more expensive. I don't know that it really matters. And I also don't know that when they do other factions from here on out, if migrating to them or whatever is going to count as a betrayal or not. I don't know. I wonder. The Harkonnen stuff looks cooler. I will agree. Like, their ornithopters look pretty badass. Their buildings, not so much, at least for me. I don't think so. Some people love them. Some people think they're the greatest. Awesome. I'm glad. I'm happy for you. I just don't like them. So we stuck with the Atreides. Green's my favorite color, so can't go away from that. But I tell you what, if they open up the Fremen as an option, you're gone. You take your green shit and go. You can have it. Who are you?
You again?
Oh, that's a guy. That's all I have to say about that. Dude, I'm looking for camps. Do you have any idea? No. Oh, here, if you come to like the Anvil or Crossroads or something, they usually have a little garage off to the side with the little sand bike thing. Usually one of these you can claim. It's more. That's more. There you go. See, you could take that one. It's gonna be beat to crap. Not as bad as the buggy that we stole earlier, but if you ever have a Landsraad task or something that's sand bikes, you can snag them. Just that one though. So. Oh, we're getting burned up. Let's do this. Hello. Awesome. Guess we could fly around in here. This seems like it's strangely open. But I guess it's because it's right here by the anvil. Or it's just crap. There's just nothing here. That's why. It's sand and rock. There's a huge amount of space that they just didn't put anything in. Tell you what, guys, that's something that really irritates the shit out of me. Oh, I said bad words. I'm sorry. When you have a developer that does something like, oh, it's the largest open world map in gaming history, it's like, awesome. There's nothing in it. Certain games I played that did that. I mean, I don't want to point fingers, but Bungie had huge maps with absolutely nothing in it. All I was doing was driving from point A to point B for 20 freaking minutes because there was nothing. They know what they did. I'm trying to restore a vehicle. Hey, there's 3 of you here. That's awesome. Nice shot. Oh, I got a shell loaded now. You're dead. Yep. Oh, you survived that? Holy cow. Yep. I like the drill shotgun. What are we doing here? But most of the time when I'm taking these guys on, I'll use the sword. It's just faster, and I'm honestly looking for speed. Seems like an awful big island. Chance there might be another one here. So the way we know we'll find a new hideout when we get to one is like we get the notification. So that's basically what we're looking for. Oh. Usually when you get up in here, it'll say camp discovered or something. But we aren't seeing that anymore. It's making me sad. That one we've discovered. That we've discovered. I was in there earlier today. So there is a potential that some height, like this looks like a camp up here. I think we've got, I think it's one of these too, but I mean, that's one of the only things I can think of is the sneaky ones that are tucked into places. Like, is there a camp in here maybe? Why is this here? Kind of walked into that, didn't I? Guess this is the other end. It's so windy. I'm gonna leave that there for now. Why? Why are you just standing here? Oh. Oh. What's going on? We had a bunch of stuff on you, sister. Maybe up. Wall drug. 48 billion miles. Okay, that's the one we were just at. Let's go up here. Oh. Only thing that I can think is this area. I kind of burned through this area pretty quick, but I've been running around it often. But I didn't pay attention when I came through it. So maybe there's a camp or two that's nestled somewhere in here. I know you had the achievement or whatever it was that you had to climb up there. I don't think those were camps. Maybe they are. I don't know. This is the part where we start second guessing ourselves. This is a market too. So I don't believe this constitutes a camp. But I bet there's a ton of Karab in there. Oh, I bet there is. Let's go tear the market up. You know, they apparently have an agreement between or amongst themselves that they don't fight each other in the market. The market is a place of peace. Are we about to go break that up? Because that'll be full of Karab. I don't see anything. There's a camp over there, but I know we've gotten that one, but we're at that point.
Someone's here. Eyes on top.
For a minute, I didn't think you guys were here. I feel like I should have given you credit for that hit, miss. I'm sorry. Really should have given you credit. I did not dodge far enough away. Alright, we're just gonna scoot around the outskirts here. Before we go terrorize the market. Get some height. See what we can find. What do you think?
Identify yourself.
Apparently we've been here. Started to have some hope. That's what I get. I know we've done that camp. We've done that. Oh, we're gonna get yelled at for fuel. No. Hate farming for plant fiber. I can agree with that. Um, I usually grab it when I'm doing something else, like earlier when I left the quartermaster running out to go grab my, to pull my ship out of my pocket, and there just happened to be some there. That's where I get most of mine from. Um, that and the dead people that I am killing. Uh-oh. Uh, but to be honest with you, there are some good spots that you can, I know I've hit this, that you can farm plant fiber from. You just got to figure out, and it changes. So, of course, That looks a little tricksy, huh? Let's see. I need to get unstuck. There we go. Oh, boy, you're both attacking me. Okay. Guys, can you decide on an attack method, please? And then when they did, I screw it up. Ah! Screwing it up again. Got you now. Yeah, that guy had 3. Yes, we got one. Finally. Woohoo, yeah. I can't point at it because then it makes it change. 41, there we go. So we found a sneaky little bastard right here. Wondering if there's more in this area. It seems like this would be... But there's got to be 3 of them hidden like this? Uncertain, but hey, well.
Shield found them.
Nope. Oh. Nicely done. How many attacks you get, dude? Look who decided to show up. Kill you, and then I'm gonna kill you. Didn't even need to come over here because it didn't give me credit for this, so apparently I had found it. I don't want the meatballs. Where did I park? Thank you. So my excitement at finding one of those camps that was hidden is totally been obliterated now by the realization that I need to do that 3 more times and have no idea where to start. I mean, eventually we would look for some kind of a guide or... It's a neat little spot. Have I been there? Yeah, I guess so. I've done all 18 of those. But, I could look online, try to find some guides or some images or something, compare what my map looks like to somebody else's. I could do that. I'm not gonna, though, because I kind of want to... I mean, it's not like this is the hardest task in the world, for God's sakes. And I just started doing it within the last couple days of caring about this area. And it's also not like Karab aren't gonna show up eventually, right? Spice Bloom. Pretty sure we've got that one. I don't know though. Is it that? Let's go see. We jumped out. Okay. That's fun. Okay, so I think we're looking at this one. That just seems like it's farther away in the map than it was. Yeah, those two are there. There's no camps there. Another spot where you can get some sand bikes. I think the smoking one. Yep, that's the one you can buy. The rest of these, I don't know what the deal is with that. This little piggy's going to market, so. Hush. Oh, let's take a look at where we're at. 10,000. All right. 10,100. That's easy enough. Theoretically, if we get to another 400, I'm content. I would really like to get the heavy armor swatch because I'm already 10,500. So, I mean, but again, I got stuff happening this weekend. So we're gonna have to see. These are Karab, right? Huh?
Where is everybody?
Pay attention. I'm picking up crap from these guys. Oh my gosh. Oh boy, this isn't good. Okay, so when you're fighting 3 of these guys, it can get a little tricky. Plus we got little shooting boy there. So what we're going to do is we're going to get some height. We're going to eliminate him. Die. Alright. That's not going to work. We're going to try to separate them out. You usually get attacked when you get one, but... Ooh, he's trying for the heavy swing. You could still block a heavy swing. And... there we go. So just don't lose your head. Keep your calm. Separate them out. Get them to come at you one at a time. I may sound like I'm talking all fancy, but trust me, I've had those. In fact, that's why I hate the Masquerade. And that's why we have a war going on between them, and I've killed thousands and thousands and thousands of them because 2 of them did that to me where they pinned me in and just hammered me until I died, and after that it's just been a blood war between us. So, I understand that you should let things like that go. I'm not gonna, but I understand that you should. It's probably far more healthy to just let it go and move on, respawn and come at life again, but no. They know my name. Karab are just paying a price because there's a task involved. Hi! You should have done something when your friends were there. I don't want to read that. Reading's for nerds. But yeah, this is just for a task. It's personal with the Masquerade. haven't seen them come up as a... I don't want that, so we're gonna skip by. I really don't need those things either. Is this the end, by the way? I don't even remember which way I came. Ah, hey guys. How did you not die? Is that it? Go over and grab you. No salvage metal though. Ew, meatballs. The way I came.
Identify yourself. Someone, I need reinforcements.
Oh, look at y'all. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh. So you got about 500 for that? 400? I guess. I don't know. Oh, wait. Did we hit our mark? 10,511. So technically we got the cutter array. That's what we really, really wanted. And we're good. We're good enough if we wanted to. I just feel like I'm 3,500 points away from a heavy armor swatch that I'm never going to use. Let's be... Well, I shouldn't say that. It might be the best color scheme ever. But I won't know unless I find it, unless I get it. But the focused cutter array was what we really, really wanted. And that was the has to happen. The rest is, you know, if I'm playing later tonight or possibly Sunday when I get home, maybe I'll cover that other 3,000. But, I mean, for the most part, we got what we wanted. We found one more of those silly little camps. Yeah. And just for a sweet change of pace, we can come over here to the Western Gap. And these guys should be the same thing. I think we got a... Yeah, we got a little settlement right here. Oh no, they're fighting other people! No! Slavers! Bastards! That's what I'm gonna do. So this is tricky because there's also slavers are another Landsraad task. So I don't even know who I'm getting points for right now, but it doesn't matter. We're just spilling blood. Come here. Oh my gosh. I asked for it. These are both slavers. I can do that too. Yeah, so it's kind of mixed signals there. I'm like, oh, I'm getting a bunch of Landsraad tasks, but half of them weren't for the thing I'm trying to do. A lot of stuff to loot, though. A bunch of silly stuff, but we got some of them. Yeah, about 200. We're on our way. Yeah, Fuzzy, let me show you what I was talking about. So, I had to make medical, Mark 6 medical things for one of these Landsraad tasks. And one of the items that I needed was plant fiber. And I usually keep a pretty good stock of that. Just from natural, you know, running around, playing, and etc. And I had gone through it making filters, believe it or not. So we were a tad a bit low, and I didn't have enough to make the full. I needed like 49, I think 49, and I could only make 29. I had everything else, but again, the plant fiber. So I was like, oh my gosh. So my base is over here. We're heading towards it right now. And what I had done was I went to, I got on my sand bike just because I never use it. So I was like, dude, let me use it. And we, tell you what, I need to clear out space because I'm carrying a bunch of junk. Whoa, easy. $55, not bad. Let's put all that one silicone block. That is hilarious. Still came out with some of that iron ore. Okay, that's good. Yeah, it's got nothing on this. Okay, so yes. So we ended up getting on the sand bike, something I don't use very often. Let's go ahead and make that our real thing. And I just kind of kept it close to the base. And I came over here. And I found this patch, which is pretty good. So we can come here and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And that clears up that little patch, right? So we get back on the bike and we go across this spot. There's 2 more right here. Let's grab them for funsies. Two more here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. On that side. Get on the bike, dude. Now there's a couple over there if I really want. I might as well. And there's one up there. I'm not going after that one. Need water. Luckily I have a whole bunch. Okay, so we got 150 in just that short little span because we were completely empty before we started this. We dropped everything off. I think there's some up here. Yep, one. And this is already respawned. That's what you want to do. You want to find big patches of it like this that you can do a basic route, and we can continue this all night. There'll be 2 here, there'll be these 3. And just very easy, slow, methodic. And by the time we get around again, we went from 150, we'll have 300. That's the best way I've found to do this, unless you go to, you know, and even if you go to the shops, the trade posts, you can only buy so many. But scan around your base. Usually, there'll be one area that just seems to have a whole lot of them. There are a lot of sections in the deep desert that do the same thing. This is actually kind of nice because not only is there a bunch of this, but there's some basalt stone, there's granite, there's more basalt stone, we've got fuel cells, there's some copper ore. There's quite a few different materials here that we could pick up while we're doing this, or we're picking up all of the plant fiber while we're gathering other things. There's 2 more on the other side of the hill here. Now, after the reset, this will be gone. There might still be some here, like next week, or they might have moved on. But yeah, you just got to go out and peek around a little bit. These things spawn real quick, which is good because you eventually do need a lot of them if you're doing filters, health kits, things like that. Guess we should go get these since we did it last time. Let's go up here. I saw one. I want to make sure I'm not being stupid. Yeah, there's just one. Okay. I'll take some time out of my day. Die, and die, and die. Yep, so there's just that one in there. Definitely not worth coming after it. I'll take some coins. Guess I should take the iron, or the aluminum too. Why not? But yeah, you'll be able to find certain sections that just for some reason spawn the crap out of certain materials. And that's the way to do it. Once you find one of those, like, I don't go out looking for this. I mean, I did, but I didn't go out looking for super awesome, look how much of it there is. I was just rolling around until I came across it. And I was like, oh, this is the area. This is the one I want to do. $360. So, yeah, we're getting tons of it here. And like I said, it spawns really quick. And we can just keep making this circle for however long we decide to. And keep getting it. That was scary and weird. A worm? It's supposed to come in this far. There was another one, I don't remember where it is, but there was another one that I found like this. It wasn't as good as this one, but it was like, you go around the corner, like the edge here, and you don't see it, but if you're back off from it a little bit, there's like a little patch, and there's just tons of plant fiber on that for some reason. I don't remember where it was. We'll stop for 3, sure. I'm gonna skip over all these until I come across it. Oh, right over here, I think. So if you're too close, you won't notice the ones that are up top there. So you'll be like, oh, this is cool. Come up here and get these 3. Goodly number up here. There's like 8 or 9 up here. I had passed that probably 3 times before I saw it. I think what happened was I swoopied and kind of came in a little too close and caught it up this way, and then I could see them. I was like, oh crap, I didn't even know they were there. So couldn't tell you how many times I passed them. But yeah, in just that short amount of time, I've already got 500 plus an extra 20. So I don't like doing it. There's so many other things in this game I'd rather be doing. But if you're going to have to farm plant fibers, that's how you want to do it. Scoot around until you find an area that suddenly has a whole bunch of them. And hopefully you can do a decent little route that will make it worthwhile. I just did this in the sand bike because I was like, you know what? I haven't taken my sand bike out in a long time. So I thought, why not? No, I'm not here. I'm gone. Leave me alone. Ooh, I do not want to talk to whoever this person is. I have no time for your silly missions. Collecting plant fibers. And that's enough. Well, I have some decisions to make as to whether or not I care enough to try to get that color swatch. Like I said, when you get to the, if it's the 7,000 one, walk away. Or, 3,500, hell no. I just hate getting to 10,000 and not doing it. Like, if I get it later, I will have had to have done this whole process all over again. I'm so close to being finished. Why would I walk away from it? That's exactly what's going to happen. I'm sitting here telling you guys and end up talking myself into it, which is stupid, but it's what we do, right? Let's come down here, and how funny is that? I have a box for plant fiber. I only had 214 in it, and now I've got tons. There you go. So, yeah, I had 200, and now I have 800. Works out well. I'm going to put that aluminum away, and then I'm probably going to go to the bathroom. I may get something to snack on. It's starting to get late, but not too late. Finish packing, and then we're probably going to go kill some more Karab till we get to that 14K. But that's just a vanity project. Just want to do it because I'm so close to having that. Why not go get it? The important things that we did, well, when we started, we'd already completed this one. Hummingbird modules are awesome. This one I showed you guys getting the little free buggies, which is really cool. But we wanted those treads. And like Beach Day said, he's like, do you need more than one? I don't know. We're going to find out. Boy, I would be so sad if it just gives me one. I don't think there's a way to find out. I don't believe I have one of those yet. We'll check in a second. Here, I wanted the focused cutter array. I think I already have one, but not a 6, not a Mark 6. I had a Mark 5. So that's going to be awesome. And then albatross wings are somewhere around here. It's one of the claimed ones. There you go, albatross wings. But I don't need the heavy Wallach armor swatch. Already have it. But yeah, there we are. So probably going to take a little break, go do something else. And then later on tonight, we will most likely finish off. I mean, it's only 3,500 right now. Actually 10,700. So 3,300 points divided by 23 is a number. But there's no reason not to do it now, because if I don't, whatever I do next time, I'm going to have to cover that ground. It's kind of a crapshoot too, because maybe maybe next time they'll be the ones asking for a buggy and I'll get 2,000 points for every one of them I do. But, yeah, I just feel like getting to 10,500, why not go to 14? But anyway, we crossed the 2-hour mark a little while ago. I'll be gone all weekend. Should be back on Monday like normal. I don't know what we're going to do. I've been bouncing between this and Battlefield. Battlefield's been getting a little stressful for me too. Those higher end challenges require a lot more focus, and it's something. Damages my calm, which I don't like. I play games to have fun, not to get angry. I do get angry sometimes. It takes a lot to get me angry, but sometimes I do. But anyway, I'm heading off, guys. Thank you so much, everybody who was watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Those things definitely help the channel out. House me telly, huh? It's moments like this where I wonder, is a swatch really worth it? Do I really care about the colors? I do, but I don't. It'll annoy me for a very short time. It'll annoy me. Like once I can't get it anymore, if I don't do it, I'll be like, man, I should have just done the 14. Then I'll get over it. It's something to do next time. But anyway, but yeah, there we are. Dune Awakening, another night complete. We're a little hurt, we're a little thirsty, but we're doing good. I don't know what we're going to be taking in this Landsraad. What are the options? Weapons, tools, and refining contracts. So that's a huge dump. Holy crap. The weapons are good, but it's not many people fighting each other anymore. The tool import rights, it's not bad. The refining contract, it's a 75% reduction time, but it's repair costs. So we're definitely not going to get the, we should have been out in the deep desert this time because the Landsraad gave us the crafting cost, but oh well, we didn't do it. There's worse things in the world. We probably would have had the space anyway, because we're so full on spice melange now, because we did awesome. I'm going to work on that video. I promise. We'll get it out there. But there were some definite crazy moments between weird glitches and some very misbehaving worms. And although we didn't choose violence and no one chose violence against us, we did get interrupted by a douchebag, and that was uncool. But yeah, there were some moments, but yeah, I'll get that out. We'll get that out before next weekend, not this weekend because I'm going away, but before next weekend. We won't be talking about how I screwed up and didn't make the video. We'll actually be talking about how I did it. So it doesn't seem like there's very many content creators still doing Dune Awakening, which is bad. I have fun. That's why I play games. I play games to have fun. As soon as I stop having fun, I stop playing it. And we're still having fun. So I guess I understand if people aren't enjoying their time, yeah, move on. But as long as you're having fun, hey, stay with it. Anyway, I'm babbling. And we have to go. So thanks again for watching. I really appreciate it. And as always, I will see you out there. Take care.